Why Walmart failed in Germany. Imagine being the largest retail company in the world. You have the money, the experience, and a strategy that's already proven itself across thousands of stores. Then you enter one country, and within 9 years you lose badly, burn through nearly $1 billion, and walk away by selling everything to a competitor. This isn't the story of some small company that couldn't compete. This is Walmart, the American retail giant that dominates the globe, and the country that beat it was Germany. In this video, we're breaking down, step by step, why the exact formula that made Walmart a success in the United States backfired so badly in Europe. And by the end, we'll pull out the bigger lesson that applies to anyone trying to take their business into a new market. It's 1997. Walmart officially enters Germany by acquiring 21 stores from a local retail chain called Wertkauf. This wasn't a small move. Germany was chosen as Walmart's gateway to conquering the European market. If it could succeed in Germany, then Europe's largest economy at the time, Walmart believed it could expand its dominance across the rest of Europe. Walmart's strategy was simple but incredibly effective back home. Everyday low price. Low prices every single day, not just seasonal discounts. Add to that a highly efficient supply chain, massive economies of scale, and a store management system already tested across thousands of locations. This formula is what made Walmart the largest retail company in the world. But 9 years later, the story ended with losses of around $1 billion, and Walmart gave up, exiting Germany entirely. So what went wrong? Let's break it down from the root. Walmart's first mistake was underestimating Germany's retail market. It came in assuming its low-price strategy was a weapon the local market had never seen before. The reality was very different. Germany already had strong local players, Aldi and Lidl. These weren't new entrants. They had dominated Germany's discount retail sector for decades, with a strategy that was actually very similar to Walmart's. Low prices, highly efficient operations, and extremely lean supply chains. The difference was that Aldi and Lidl deeply understood German consumer tastes and habits. They knew exactly what products people wanted, how Germans like to shop, and how to keep costs low without sacrificing customer trust. So when Walmart arrived with its signature weapon, low prices, that weapon had already been used and sharpened even further by local players. Walmart essentially had no meaningful competitive advantage. It wasn't entering as a disruptor with something new. It was entering an already crowded space as just another player. If Walmart had already lost the pricing battle from the start, surely it could still win through a better shopping experience, right? Unfortunately, this is where the second, and arguably the most fatal mistake happened. Instead of adapting to local culture, Walmart imported its American retail experience wholesale into its German stores. For example, greeters, employees standing at the entrance to welcome and smile at every customer walking in. In America, this is seen as warm and friendly, but in Germany, shopping culture is far more private and values personal space. A forced smile from a stranger at the store entrance felt strange, even intrusive to many German customers. Then there were internal policies Walmart applied to its employees, including mandatory company chants recited together every morning in the style of enthusiastic American corporate culture. For German workers, this felt awkward and unprofessional. German workplace culture tends to be more formal, values personal boundaries, and simply isn't accustomed to American-style pep rally chants. The result? Two problems at once. Customers felt uncomfortable with a service style that was overly personal and forced, while employees felt their morale eroding under a workplace culture that didn't match their values. Walmart wasn't building goodwill in the German market. It was creating friction on both fronts simultaneously, with customers and with its own staff. As sales began to decline, Walmart did what it usually did back in America: slash prices aggressively. Some products were even sold below cost, in hopes of winning back customers and squeezing competitors out of the market. But this strategy ran straight into a wall: German competition law. Unlike in America, Germany has strict rules against predatory pricing, selling products below production cost with the intent of driving competitors out of business. This practice is considered illegal because it damages fair competition in the market. Germany's federal court eventually stepped in and ordered Walmart to raise its prices back up. This was a devastating blow. Walmart's main weapon, low prices, wasn't just losing to Aldi and Lidl, it was now legally. Let's recap Walmart's position at this point. Its prices were no longer cheaper than competitors, thanks to the court ruling. Its shopping experience felt foreign and uncomfortable to local consumers, and its employees weren't happy with a workplace culture that had been forced onto them. Put all of that together, and there was really no strong reason left for German consumers to choose Walmart over the local retailers they'd trusted for years, whether that was Aldi, Lidl, or other German retail chains. Walmart's management tried responding by repeatedly replacing the leadership of its German operations, hoping a new strategy might turn things around. But swapping out leaders without fixing the underlying problems only produced strategic confusion, not real solutions. Interestingly, in the middle of all these problems, Walmart tried a somewhat counterintuitive solution: massive expansion. The plan was to grow its network to 85 stores across Germany, including 50 new store openings. But this ambitious plan barely got off the ground. Of the 50 planned new stores, only 2 were actually opened. The expansion that was supposed to be the way out instead became clear proof that Walmart's problem wasn't about store count or scale. It was a fundamental flaw in its business model for this particular market. Adding more stores without fixing the root problem only would have magnified the losses, not solved them. In 2006, 9 years after entering with full confidence, Walmart officially sold its entire German operation to Metro AG, one of Germany's largest retail groups. This marked one of the biggest international expansion failures in Walmart's history. This case has become a classic case study taught in business schools around the world. The message is clear: success in one market cannot simply be copied and pasted into another without understanding local competition, culture, and regulation. So what's the biggest lesson from Walmart's failure in Germany? It wasn't because Walmart's business model was inherently bad. After all, that same model made it a global retail giant. The real problem was assuming that a formula that worked in the United States would automatically work unchanged in another country. This conclusion also lines up with other analyses of Walmart's Germany case, which consistently point to 3 decisive factors for successful global expansion: cultural adaptation, regulatory compliance, and a deep understanding of local consumer behavior. The takeaway is simple: localization beats standardization. When you bring your business into a new market, you're not just bringing your product or your strategy, you also need to bring the humility to relearn, understand, and adapt to that new place. If you enjoy business case studies like this, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss other case studies on global business successes and failures. See you in the next video.